Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut. Welcome back to the Baseball Hut. Hope you like this video and of course hit that subscribe button. So I'm going to do this video as another trade rumor for you. Hope you like these trade rumors. We're going to have a lot of trade rumors, especially after the All-Star break, because then things are really going to start picking up with the rumors. But this is from SI.com. Now, before we get into this video, I need you to hit that subscribe button, especially if you're not on X and you're not on Facebook. I would mention I am on X at the Baseball Hut. I'll put the link in the description. It'd be wonderful to get that account monetized and get to 500 followers on there. But here we go. Headline: Cubs hurler could be high upside trade option for Mets at upcoming deadline. The Mets looking to acquiring the Cubs hurler this summer. It's interesting. See who they're talking about. As you know, the Cubs were expected to be a much better team this year. And with their $500 million manager, that did not work out. That didn't work out, did it? You can't have, if you don't have a good team, you're not going to be able to win. They thought that they put in this manager in there that they thought was so great. And all they had to do is have him in there and they would play well. David Ross got stabbed in the back. Well, anyway, the Mets are in contention for a National League wildcard spot right now. If the season were to end today, the Mets wouldn't be in the postseason, but the Mets are just, well, really not 2.5 games out of a wildcard spot. Certainly have a chance to make up the ground. New York is loaded with talent and has shown flashes lately of the team many expected it to be in 2024. Really? You're not paying attention. Because all the media has been doing is hammering the Mets, saying that it's going to be terrible. Mets are now 45-45. The starting rotation is solid and only will get better soon. The offense is clicking and has shown life lately. The bullpen is the biggest area that needs a boost. You ain't kidding. I mean, the Mets' ERA over the last 10 games or so has been over 10. And over this past month and a half, it's really since quite a while, it's been over 8. So 10.57 in the month of July and over 8 since the Edwin Diaz suspension. I mean, really, really quite bad. One player who could make a lot of sense is Chicago Cubs hurler Hector Neris. Neris was listed as the under-the-radar players who could be traded this summer by the Bleacher Report's Tim Kelly. Quote, "This may surprise you, but since the start of the 2016 season, the leader in games pitched among relievers is Hector Neris at 545. The next closest reliever over that period is Kenley Jansen at 509, so there's some distance. At his best, Neris was an elite seventh-inning reliever with a nasty split, a rubber elbow, and great clubhouse demeanor for the Phillies and Houston Astros. Neris has been forced into a more high-leverage role this season and a poor Cubs bullpen and has a 7.02 ERA in 18 appearances that came in save situations. In non-save situations, he has a 0.64 ERA across 14 games. If a contender requires him to pitch primarily in the 6th or 7th inning, he'll likely be very effective. Mets don't need a closer, and Neris could be a great option to take over the 7th or 8th inning. He had a 1.71 ERA last year in 71 appearances, and show hints of that level of performance lately. If he is available, the Mets should go out and get him. Well, here's the thing. What's difficult is that the Mets need at least 3 relievers out of that bullpen. And now on Wednesday, the Mets announced that they put Reed Garrett on the injury list, who had not pitched well over the last month and a half. His ERA is over 6 after he got off to a very hot start. So now they're having to mend an injured pitcher again. They lost Brooks Raley for the season. They lost Drew Smith for the season. And now Reed Garrett, who was complaining about elbow soreness and forearm tightness. That is a precursor, unfortunately, to Tommy John surgery. We hope that he does not have to get it. So that we keep our fingers crossed and hope that he is able to pitch again. You know, we don't want to see players get hurt, and we certainly don't want pitchers to get hurt, especially somebody that has performed at a fairly adequate and decent job that he has performed at. And he had a very difficult time on Tuesday getting the final out in the game against the Nationals, where the Mets had to go to Edwin Diaz for the final out. So this has been obviously been an issue over the last few days for him, but hopefully, he'll get cleared, and hopefully there's nothing bad here. Maybe just sort of a soreness and maybe a precursor to it. Who knows? I mean, I'm not a doctor, but anyway, let me know what you think about this video. What do you think about Hector Neris coming in here? I wouldn't think they'd have to give up a lot. I mean, he's not gonna. Some of these players, especially these relievers, are not going to get moved yet, but they're going to get moved as we get close to that deadline. And I will have a big live stream on Tuesday, July 30th, to talk about all of this. And I'm going to cover it, and you're going to love it. And it's the best. It's the best channel you can find on YouTube. And again, if you're not on X and you're on Facebook, you'll get all the information you could possibly get on this channel about your favorite team, America's team, the New York Mets. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.